up and welcome to another episode for the MMA Monday here on the Funk Report. It's Monday and you know what it means. It's Monday in Bangkok and you know what it means. We talk about all things MMA and maybe even combat sports related. And this week is going to be rather short again, which is okay for a few times because we're still not in a pay-per-view week, so no problem. So let's talk about UFC Fight Night that just happened. Which one's going to happen next or what's going to happen next. Looking at Bellator, because Bellator is going to come up and one championship as well. And then, of course, we just saw a pretty awesome boxing fight, and I can't believe I'm saying this. So let's also quickly talk about that. Let's move the mic closer to my face so I sound louder and maybe even deeper. So we just had the UFC Fight Night in Vegas. Main event, Mackenzie Dern versus Marina Rodriguez. Everyone's like, man, Mackenzie Dern is like on a tear and she's gonna just walk through everybody. And ever since she moved to Jason Perillo, her striking is much better, and that might be the case because like before it must have been really terrible, but this did not look good. Like her striking, she was also, Marina Rodriguez striking much better, of course, than Mackenzie Dern striking. And she also had reach advantage, so Mackenzie Dern tried to throw stuff and just jump in and get her to the ground, it looked pretty sloppy, to be honest. And Marina Rodriguez looked much better, but also not far away from being perfect. So she's not a Valentina Shevchenko on the feet, right? So she's very good, of course, from what we can see. But that Mackenzie Dern performance was not that great, and from all the talk that Bisping had on his podcast, I see Mackenzie Dern working with Perillo all the time. Okay, what did it work on? She was throwing a 1-2 and then just trying to grab Marina Rodriguez and hold on to her. That was sloppy. That was not great. UD for Marina Rodriguez completely deserved. That was not great by Mackenzie Dern. Seriously, you need to go back to it. I don't know how much time she needs to learn striking. Co-main, Randy Brown versus Jared Gooden, who missed weight before, right? That was good. Randy Brown clearly won. He hurt his toe in the beginning. He threw the up kick, and when he threw the up kick, he hurt his toe, which was then clear throughout the fight. But his boxing was just on another level compared to Jared Gooden. It was a good fight. Congratulations, Randy Brown. That was fun to watch. His hands were really good. He connected a lot. That was good. What else do we have? We had Tim Elliott losing to Mateusz Nicolau. And Tim Elliott's coach came out and said he miscoached him and he's sorry for it. It's also good that the coach says that. The coach is James Krause, by the way. You probably, if you're into MMA, you know James Krause. He thought they were up 2 rounds, and so that's why he miscoached him in the 3rd round. So he takes this one, and he said it's his fault. So that's about it with the notable main card performances, I believe. So let's look at what's going to happen soon. Next week, we have Aspen Ladd, who just missed weight last time. Aspen Ladd jumping in on short notice because Holly Holm is out with injury to fight Norma Dumont. Good on Aspen Ladd for saying, hey, okay, I effed up last time, so I'm still kind of in fight shape, so let me jump right in. So good on her for doing this. So Aspen Ladd now taking on Norma Dumont, and the co-main, as I need to go with Aspen Ladd in this case because unfortunately I don't know much about Norma Dumont. To be honest, I'm sorry. We have Andrei Arlovski versus Carlos Felipe, and there's no number next to Andrei Arlovski's name. What is happening? How could you ever pick against Andrei Arlovski? Please. We also have Jim Miller. Jim Miller back in action versus Eric Gonzalez, who doesn't have a picture on UFC.com. Great how serious they take him. I'm just looking at UFC.com because there are a few other, all the fights are interesting as a fight fan. But we have Julian Marquez back in action, the guy who couldn't land a date with Miley Cyrus. You should just have shaved it into your chest, dude. Seriously. He takes on Jordan Wright. Let's see if Julian Marquez has another awkward call out afterwards if he wins. But ever since Julian Marquez is at least we're familiar with him. So let's see if he can put on another show and then maybe has another fun call out down the road. Okay, we also have Sejaro Eubanks back on the card. I'm always smiling because she's always like a bit of a drama queen. So let's see how this all goes. Yeah, if I don't sound as excited, I'm sorry, but it's not the biggest card. But it leads to a really, 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 really awesome card really soon. So I can't wait for that. But of course, the pay-per-view breakdown is coming rather soon. Maybe it's a good thing that there's not a huge card on with the UFC, because there's also Bellator happening, and maybe now there are more eyes on Bellator for once, where we have Vadim Nemkov taking on his opponent. What's his name? Julius, right? Julius Anklikas. Also, by the way, very funny that Bellator only has like a black and white picture of Anglikas there. Let me cheat and look at the record. Anglikas record, MMA 10-1. Vadim Nemkov 14-2. Vadim Nemkov, of course, looked really good in his Bellator fight so far. It's Russia versus Lithuania. Yeah, I have to admit, I don't know much about Julius Anglikas. I have watched all of Vadim Nemkov's fight, and he looked kind of unstoppable. So who am I to doubt the champ here? What I'm really interested in is obviously the co-main event. Ryan Bader taking on Corey Anderson. Is Corey Anderson able to like now live up to all the talk and finally like ascend to the top of a promotion, or is he not? Because he talked a lot of game, of course, and yeah, his first fight okay, but now he's in there with Ryan Bader, and even though that Ryan Bader might not be like in this top form shape anymore, but he's still Ryan Bader, so that should be a fun fight. I believe I'm picking Ryan Bader here. I just don't think Corey Anderson got it. Sorry. We also have Benson Henderson back in action versus Brent Primus. That's going to be a fun fight. Brent Primus is 10-2. Nice, good record. Benson Henderson has been in there with like all the greats, of course. That should be fun. I tend to root for the veterans because I'm getting old. So I wouldn't mind Benson Henderson putting it on. But if Brent Primus takes this one, that would be like a huge name on his resume. So that would be fantastic, of course. Because those are the three main fights that interest me at Bellator. So I'm definitely going to watch it. I'm looking forward to this event. That should be fun. What's also going to be fun is one championship Friday night. Here Southeast Asia time. We have a whole all kickboxing event, and the main event is Giorgio the Doctor Petrosian versus Superborn from Thailand. Superborn used to, I'm not sure if he still does it, he used to train out of the Banchamek gym. Banchamek is the gym of Buakaw. Buakaw, like one of the most famous Muay Thai fighters ever, especially internationally. So Superborn trained out of that gym for quite a while. So that means he's really forward pressuring. Like this gym is famous for like being active. They go forward. Maybe not the most technical ones, but Superborn is very technical. But they go for the kill. So this should be a fun fight between Petrosian and Superborn. Not Muay Thai, kickboxing. It's for the World Kickboxing Championship of one championship in featherweight. We also have featherweight kickboxing between Mara Grigorian and Andy Sauer. And if you're into kickboxing, you're like, oh my God, they've got all the names. Yeah, they got all the names now. So this should be like lots of fun as well. Two veterans. It's hard to pick against Grigorian usually for me, but Andy Sauer, is a legend. They're all living legends here right now. I don't know who to pick. I'm picking Grigorian just based on a hunch, but this should be just a fun fight. Another featherweight kickboxing fight is between Siti Chai from Thailand, again, Muay Thai fighter, but now fighting kickboxing rules, versus Typhoon Özcan. I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm sorry, but Typhoon is also like a famous name in kickboxing. So they are all the stars on one card. So this is, sometimes I'm hating on one championship, but this kickboxing card is pretty awesome. And I'm based in Thailand, so I'm going for the Muay Thai fighter, Siti Chai Chayo. But if not, this should be just a fun fight. We also have Sami Sana, who defeated Yotsanklai Fairtex last year. And also Sami Sana back in action versus Chingiz Alasov, who I don't know, but Sami Sana is also famous for taking out Yotsanklai Fairtex. He's very tall. Like if I remember correctly, for his division, he's really, really tall, really lanky. So yeah, I'm not picking against Sami Sana anymore ever since he defeated Yotsanklai Fairtex, even though he's like 3 3 heads taller than Yosan Klein. Then we have my German homie Enrico Kehl, Enrico the Hurricane Kehl, taking on David Kiria from Georgia. I don't know David Kiria. Enrico Kehl has been in there for a while. I don't know how old he is by now. But man, Enrico Kehl always moves forward. So that's kind of fun. Like, think about his personality what you want. Not everybody is a fan of his personality, but his fighting style is like action-packed. So there's no boring. There's no boring Enrico Kehl fight. So he's gonna move forward. He's gonna throw spinning stuff. That's gonna be fun. Spinning, jumping, and so on. And then the first fight of the night is gonna be Rade Opacic versus Patrick Schmidt from Switzerland. Also two really famous kickboxers. So it's really a good card. It's really, really, really a good kickboxing card. It's like what you would have tuned in for Glory back in the day. So this is really good, really fun. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this. I can't even pick everyone because it's just legend versus legend. It's awesome. So I can't wait to see it. Yeah, so that's my outlook for one. In this case, I'm just saying, I don't pick. Tune in and watch it. It's free on YouTube Friday night at 8:30 Singapore time. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, kickboxing at its finest. Check it out. It's gonna be fun. Well, that's my quick MMA breakdown this week. Next week then gonna be more detail again because we're closer to the pay-per-view and then we're gonna just dissect everything. We're gonna dissect what happened in Bellator with Ryan Bader and Corey Anderson, for example. We're gonna dissect what happened with Giorgio Petrosyan at One Championship, and we're also gonna check what happened to Espinette. Will she have made weight, for example? That's it for this week. Keeping it short and sweet. Oh no, I forgot, of course, combat sports, boxing. I watched the whole fight because it was fun. I left it running like next to me while I was trying to work. And then I actually ended up watching it because the Bronze Bomber put up a fight against Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury did not look in great shape, to be honest. Like those love handles, oh my, to quote a famous journalist. But first round was great, right? With Wilder going after it, but then in the end getting caught, and then it was just a back and forth, and you thought, okay, now Fury's got it, but then Wilder came back, and you think, okay, now Fury's got it. Wilder came back. Now Fury knocked him down. Wilder came back. Wilder knocks Fury down twice in a round. Fury knocks Wilder down 2 more times. 5 knockdowns, 3 insanity, and then stopped him in the 11th round. That was a fantastic boxing fight. That was great. I lived from the drama, of course, but it was fun. If boxing is always like this, I'm not mad at it. Unfortunately, I also watched like 2 other fights before, and they were not like that. So that's why MMA over boxing. But that was a fun fight. So congratulations, Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, and his rendition afterwards singing beautiful as always. Tyson Fury is the man. Congratulations. That was fun. Okay, but that's it for now. Let me know your thoughts on all things combat sports. Follow FunkitPod at FunkitPod on social media. Send me an email, funkitpod@gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe, rate the podcast, because that's how other people can find it. That's awesome. And don't forget to always stay safe, take care, and I'll see you soon. Saudi Cup.